Passersby, tourists and locals alike, were forced to slow their pace as a large, shaggy dog, its tongue lolling out, struggled to keep its feet. It was clear the animal was in distress. The dog, its coat matted and dusty, finally collapsed near the porch of a quaint house. Its labored breathing was audible even above the hum of traffic. A young woman, her face etched with concern, called out to a group of men working nearby. They were part of the local animal rescue group, known for their tireless dedication to the abandoned animals of the island. Within minutes, one of the volunteers, a woman named Maria, arrived. The dog, its eyes glazed and dull, lay motionless. Maria knelt beside it, gently stroking its head. There was no response. "Poor thing," she murmured, her heart aching. She carefully lifted the dog into her arms and carried it to her car. At the veterinary clinic, the dog was examined. A young vet named Elena, her eyes filled with compassion, ran her hands gently over the dog's body. The diagnosis was grim. A badly broken paw, likely caused by a car accident. The dog, a female, was emaciated and dehydrated, but her resilience was clear. "She's a fighter," Elena said, a hint of admiration in her voice. The staff at the clinic named her Merkella, a name that meant warrior in Greek. As Merkella recuperated, the volunteers learned her story. She had been abandoned by her owners, left to fend for herself on the unforgiving streets of Mykonos. She had been wandering for weeks, desperately trying to find her way back to the family she had loved and lost. The car accident, which had left her with the broken paw, had only strengthened her resolve. Merkella's story touched the hearts of everyone who heard it. Elena, who had grown attached to the dog during her recovery, helped secure her a place in the local animal shelter. Merkella blossomed in the shelter, making fast friends with other dogs, especially a playful golden retriever named Zeus. They spent their days playing, cuddling, and enjoying the simple joys of companionship. However, fate had other plans for Merkella. News of her story reached a family in England who were looking to adopt a dog. They were touched by her resilience and were eager to give her a loving home. Merkella, though hesitant at first, began to feel a new hope bloom in her heart. She would be leaving her newfound friends at the shelter, but the promise of a loving family in a new country was too enticing to resist. The day arrived for Merkella to leave Mykonos. Tears were shed, both by the shelter staff and by Zeus, who whimpered mournfully as she was placed in her travel crate. Maria, who had been by Merkella's side since the day she was found, gave her a final, heartfelt hug. "Go, little one," she whispered, "find your happiness." The flight was long, and Merkella felt a pang of homesickness. But as she stepped out of the car at her new home, a large, black Labrador bounded towards her, barking excitedly. It was Chester, her new brother, who had been waiting for her arrival. Merkella's tail wagged slowly at first. Then, as Chester licked her face, she started to wag with full force. She had a new family, a new friend, and a new beginning.